There's no question that the hardest part of running a successful web design business is finding good clients consistently. So for me, when I was just getting started, it was really difficult and honestly felt almost impossible to find good clients. But after I did this for months and even a year or two, it was like one day it just all of a sudden clicked and people were coming to me wanting to work with me. And I think that shift, for me at least, was really like the make or break moment, because if I continued on that path of just really struggling to find clients and inconsistent income, there's just no way that I could have sustained that. And I probably would have ended up looking for another job or another project or something that could bring more consistency. And that really got me thinking about how many, not only web designers, but like freelancers in general, end up giving up or having to shift or do something different before they ever reach that breaking point where all of a sudden clients start to come more easily. Because I can promise you that it's not always difficult. It does reach a point where it is consistent and you can kind of know what to expect as far as leads and discovery calls and new clients, and it becomes a little bit more predictable, which is really important when you're trying to run your own business, especially like in my case when I was, I got married and had my first kid, and it was like, man, that consistency was so important. I couldn't afford to do it any other way. Now, when it comes to finding clients, I've seen web designers finding success in tons of different ways. I've seen designers finding clients through organic content on YouTube, through posting on LinkedIn, running Google Ads, and even cold emails and cold calls. All of these different things can work, and if you do it correctly, and if you do it for long enough, they can work really well. But as I reflect on my entire career and the life of my business, there's really just one thing that is, without a doubt, hands down, the only method, strategy that matters. It's the only thing that really works consistently. And in my opinion, it's something that no freelance business can survive without. And the thing I'm talking about is relationships, or another way to put this is your network. If you want to build a consistent business where you're getting new clients every month and that you can have somewhat predictable income and stability for you and your family, you must 100%, without a doubt, have a good network and good relationships that you're constantly nurturing. I was trying to find a way to illustrate this in one of the recent trainings that I gave in my private community, PAIT Pro. And so I made this graphic that I think does a pretty good job of illustrating just how important these relationships are. So every one of these website projects came as a result of another project, a past client, friend, or acquaintance. And so without my network, I wouldn't have landed any of these projects. And if I went back and counted like all of my projects, I would guess that, especially early on, 70% or more all came from my network, whether they were referrals or somebody that had heard of me or somebody that saw my, link to my website on the footer of their friend's website. These are all ways where your network and your past work is going to benefit you and help you grow. It's like you're stringing this big web of relationships that gets bigger and bigger. And in those early months and even years, sometimes it takes a while for that web to reach wide enough to where it brings clients consistently. Early on, it might just be a new client here and a new client there. But after you get to that point where you've done enough projects and you've interacted with enough people, it does become a reliable source of new clients. And you might hear from other people that building a business only on referrals is not a good way to build a business, but I would actually argue that it's the best way to build a business, but it's probably also the thing that takes the longest. And so it can't be, you can't rely on that as your only strategy early on. So I guess what I'm trying to say is your network is your business. It doesn't matter what other strategies you try to do. It doesn't matter how skilled you are, because the designers with more good relationships and a better network will always win. I also feel like this is the only true way that we can shield ourselves from getting replaced by other designers or AI, because the people in your network, the people that know you, trust you, like you, they're always going to pick you before turning to somebody else or something else because they know that you can get the job done and they would rather work with you than anybody else. So moving forward, for you and me, what that means is we should continue to nurture and build our network and our relationships. And so the question is, how exactly do we do that? How can we build relationships outside of just talking to the people that we know? We certainly want to nurture the relationships that we already have, but we also need to build new relationships, and not just for short-term gain, but really build relationships that will become friends and people that we love and enjoy, because again, those relationships, whether that leads to a client or something else good in your life, the effort to do that is always going to be worth it. So in terms of finding new relationships, there are lots of different things you can do. You can interact with other people on social media. You can go to physical events, join communities, and then just generally be helpful. Look for ways to help people out. Share your knowledge, share your time. Just be a good person that people appreciate. There are always opportunities to hop on community Zoom calls or to physically go into local businesses and just introduce yourself. Just getting out there and letting people know who you are and what you do is going to go a long way in you not only building your business, but building just a good network of friends that you can also trust and rely on. So for me, I'm extremely grateful for my network and my community. And if you're watching this video, it means that you're part of my community. And whether or not we ever end up working together or using each other's services or anything like that, it's these communities that make it all worth it. It's being able to interact with people, share ideas, and again, that's the stuff that I think shields us better than anything else from all these changes in AI, because I want to continue to build good relationships and get to know people, and I know that will help my business, but I also know that it will just make life more meaningful and enjoyable. So thank you if you're watching this video, or if you've watched any of my other videos. I appreciate you being part of my network. And if you would ever like to network further with me, reach out, send me an email, join my newsletter. There are lots of different ways that we can interact. And I'd also be curious to hear what you're doing to build your personal network. So if you'd like to share any tricks or tips, please drop those down in the comments and I'll be sure to go through those and respond to them. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.